Hey you guys, so I'm back again with another message from the Lord. This message is based upon a dream. Yeah, I was still trying to get my setup together and it started recording by itself. Been sitting on these messages for a few days. Not because I just was not feeling too well. Feeling a little better, so we're gonna try to record them and get them out. Um, but like I said, this particular message is based upon a dream. And a dream that I had a few nights ago. It was pretty much I was seeing um, a lot of people um, that had did me wrong or did God's children wrong in a place of guilt. They were trying to come back around, or I could just see in the spirit they were in a place of guilt. And while I was in the dream, I was asking God um, why they were like in a place of guilt. And then that dream transitioned to me pretty much being out, and it was like reminded me of the times of Noah, and it was like mass flooding and stuff going on, and I was walking on top of the water like Peter. um and God was letting me know that because it reminded me a lot like Noah during the time of Noah during the mass flooding and stuff, that was judgment for the people that were sinning against God. And people don't understand, some people don't really understand that when they mistreat a child of God, they're not sinning against you, they're sinning against God, right? Especially if you are someone that God has sent. Um, you can't just mess with a child of God any old type of way and think God is not going to deal with you. And that's what a lot of these people were thinking. So again, during this time of judgment, a lot of God's children will be sustained. Um, y'all will stay afloat during this time of judgment. Like I said, y'all guys, the storm of life is going to come. The storm of life is going to hit. And like I said, I was walking on water. I was walking on water. I can see where there were like landslides going on. I could see where roads and stuff were just disappearing under the water, where the water was just taking the roads away. It was just bad, but I was calm and I was at peace because I was like Peter. I was walking on the water. And God was letting me know, like, long as his children keep their eyes on him, they will continue to walk on the water. You remember Peter, whenever he took his eyes off of Jesus, and whenever he took his eyes off of Jesus, he began to sink because he began to like lose faith. Okay. So God is saying, long as we keep our eyes on him, long as we be steadfast on what he has called us to do in this season, in this hour, we will stay afloat. He will really bless us abundantly. Water also can symbolize abundance. And like I said, I was walking on top of the water, right? The water wasn't affecting me. I was just looking around and seeing all the different things going on within the land, which will God let me know that it was going to be judgment coming, but he's going to sustain and keep his children afloat. All right. But God is saying a lot of reasons why the people that might have did you wrong are starting to feel guilty because they're going through judgment, and now they're regretting how they did you. And sometimes people don't realize and don't start experiencing regret or guilty until they start going to a season of judgment, right? Because some people, their heart is just so hard, and some people, it takes them to go through a moment where God showed them themselves. And in this season, a lot of people are going to be shown themselves, like their God is going to expose them and show them, this is why you're going through judgment, because of how you did my daughter, because of how you did my son, because of how you did the ones that I sent to bless you, how you rejected them when I sent them to bless you. So God is going to be dealing with all that in this season, in this hour, y'all, and be mindful of this. We can't do nothing but pray for them. Like I said, I saw how the people were looking and how they were regretful in the dream, but I couldn't really do nothing about it because God had to show them so he can draw them back to Christ. All right. Some people, they just have strayed away from the Father and thinking that it's okay, and just started living worldly life and just started living a life where they feel like it's okay to go around and hurt people. It's okay to go around and manipulate people. It's okay to use someone to get to the next level. It's okay to take from people. And in this season, in this hour, they are really going to reap the harvest, right? Of their fruit. Whatever a man soweth, he shall reap. And so this is reaping season, y'all. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And y'all, Lord, dragonflies again. And y'all, and whenever their reaping season come, it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be nice. That's why I said we got to pray for them. And y'all, we got to understand too. The seasons have shifted. We are entering into a new season. October, we'll be entering into a new year, and it's like the seasons have shifted. We are entering to autumn. We are entering to a season of fall, where things might be falling in place, where things might be falling back into place, where things have went out of place are falling back into place, where things are coming together. And it's harvest season. You got to understand there's going to be a good harvest and there's going to be a bad harvest, and a lot of people are going to reap a bad harvest because of their heart posture. All right. God judges the issues and the matters of the heart, and we're going to see that in this season, in this hour. That's why God has been telling a lot of his children to work on their heart posture, to make sure you're in the right heart posture, because he is going to judge the issues and the matters of people's heart during this time. Do you have a heart for God? Do you have a heart of God, of Christ? Do you have a heart for others? And things of that nature. So y'all, judgment is already starting to happen. It has already started happening, because I'm seeing some of my enemies or some of the people that did me wrong starting to really go through. But like I said, your job is just to pray for them, because it's going to happen, because God has to allow it to happen so they can see themselves. All right. So in this season, we're going to see a lot of judgment and regret. Some people, part of their judgment, like I told you guys before, like God had mentioned to me, that some of their as part of their judgment, they're gonna have to come back and apologize. Some of them are not, because they're gonna be too embarrassed. Just make sure you find peace and forgiveness within yourself, to say whether they give me an apology or not, I'm fine with it. I forgive them, okay? Because the forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Because if you can't forgive, then God cannot forgive you. All right, so I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.